It costs a lot of money to do hacking of tiles, 2,000, 4,000.
So hello everyone. Here we're back again at Borak Jer, episode number 2. And today we're going to have a bit of a discussion about leaking bathrooms. For most of us who don't know, it's actually a pretty occurrence in Malaysia, not in just high-rise buildings. Right. It's not in just high-rise buildings because talking about that because I've had an opportunity to visit homes that are having such issues and dealing with them, repairing. We're going to go deep dive into this issue.
Before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Aurelia. I'm from EP Asia. Hayden Clark, our founder of EP Borneo's Neighbourhood, and Izzat, our genius. My question is, what causes this bathroom leak? And what do we see from a leaking bathroom? A lot of people don't realize that when they see a watermark on the ceiling, they do not know what it is. On the ceiling above, they don't know what it is, and they probably think that it's piping issue, but they don't really know it's actually the tiles, the flooring issues, or the floor trap issues, or something like that. Hayden, my question to you is, what is the major or three things that causes bathroom leaking?
All right. Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious. The first one is obviously that the waterproofing layer that's been put on top of the concrete during the construction stage has been damaged. It's been damaged by other subcontractors. You know, we pretend that this is the concrete, and we put waterproofing layer on top. Then the plumber, the electrical guy, screeding, whatever, they come jalan on the slab and damage it and break it. And before the cement screeding comes on top of it, with a membrane, you have to use screeding. Well, after the concrete is cured and hardened, then you'd put your waterproofing membrane or layer on top of that. This is what, as I said before, is that when we look at jobs where it's been, from some of our clients that we work with, it's been like 80%. And that's 80% out of 300 units.
Back to your explanation.
The point is that gets damaged, the screed goes on top, the screeding contractor doesn't really know anyway whether it's damaged or not. And then the tiles come on top of that, and then the tiles, the joints might not be good, or the floor trap's not done correctly, it's not glued on properly, things like this. You can end up with it leaking through the tile joints, which then goes through the screeding, gets under the membrane, or around the floor trap on the wall angles. All of it comes back to a failure of the waterproofing coating. That's the number one reason, numero uno, and that's the number one reason. The waterproofing has been damaged and broken, and it's not being checked afterwards, and that's the root cause of all the leaking.
The thing is, what you're trying to explain is the first part of the floor before even the cement, before there's even the tiles. It's like 2 layers down. That layer is not even waterproofed. You're going to see below that, the people who live below that is going to see watermarks and things, because in my younger days, when I see watermarks, I will always think, oh, this is because of the rain. The rain must going somewhere and dripping on this. That is how my knowledge level of sealing or waterproofing or the problems, it goes straight to that. I'll never know whether it's because of the piping, because I don't know there's pipes going through upstairs. I wouldn't know that because you don't go upstairs. Second thing would be what Hayden just explained. The floor above us is also a concrete. It needs to be waterproofed and everything. That's the thing. I kind of get it now. That's a simple way.
Let me jump in here. Is one of the issues that a lot of I refer to, like, you can see all these condominiums in the background, right? So one of the big issues is, let's say I live on the 15th floor and Aurelia lives on the 16th floor above me.
Yeah.
So I see the watermark here. I can see the watermark. So I go, that's the bathroom up, because it's all the same. Bathroom. I go up, I knock on Aurelia's door, and I say, look, Aurelia, I think your bathroom is leaking. Well, in most cases, Aurelia doesn't care. Because it doesn't affect her. So she doesn't care. Even if I come and say, look, I want to hack off your tiles and hack off your screeding, it's going to take 3 or 5 days. It really is going to say, no, you look for a plan B or plan C or plan D, but plan A, I'm not letting you do that. It's a huge disturbance, right? Really massive disturbance.
Plus, if you have kids at home, you're going to have to move out for that. The dust and the noise and all that hacking of tiles and all, you literally have to stay in a hotel or stay with your relatives.
Get the neighbour to pay for it.
And get the neighbor to pay for it. The neighbor will not pay for it. And it costs a lot of money to do hacking of tiles. At least minimum, they will charge between 2,000 to 4,000 as one standard bathroom, a Malaysian standard bathroom. Who wants to go through that, right? I have a perfect example. My neighbor, I wouldn't say where, upstairs or next door or what, she did a major renovation, hired a contractor to do waterproofing. It cost her 8,000 or 18,000 or something like ridiculous price. Some ridiculous price. In a month's time, I can see from my roof, it's leaking. Feeling
Fell down.
after the work is done. Not proper installation of waterproofing. Yeah? Sometimes they just hire a contractor. A contractor just go to the hardware store and purchase without knowing or having any knowledge a proper waterproofing installation. They just simply apply or things like that. No proper installation, and this is what happens. And they don't give warranty.
And the worst thing to do is to think more is better. Whatever product you're using, follow the manufacturer's instructions, because it's very clear. You don't just think, oh, if I put this thick of waterproofing, it's going to work better, because it's not. A lot of these products are designed to be less than 3 millimeters. 2 coats, add 2 layers, very thin, very, very thin. So you go more than 3 millimeters, it actually, it's very clear on the technical document. It says it doesn't work. It will debond from the substrate.
Now we talk about the construction part. Now it's ready, right? You're living in the house and your bathroom is leaking. What is the cost of it? Where is the water coming from? It's normally the floor trap, right? Hayden, the floor trap, like you mentioned earlier, the tile joints, and what else?
The waterproofing itself is
The waterproofing itself failed. How do we identify the tiles? Where maybe Izzat can answer that question.
After spending a bit of time with Hayden and Aurelia, I've gotten a bit of an expert on this, especially on checking where the leaks might happen in our bathroom. Let's say you have a pretty standard size Malaysian bathroom. What you want to do is to check for leaks is, of course, the first part is knowing what type of leaks. There's 2 types of leaks. It's piping or it's this tiles or the flooring. Especially if your flooring is in tiles. We put away the pipe leaking. So we have to check for this tile leak first. The first part would be your tile joints. People have to see this. Imagine this is your tiles. For the ones who were like me before this, who don't know, your tiles here is actually already waterproofed.
glazed.
So any water that goes on here, it will not be absorbing the water. You don't have to worry about the tiles unless they are cracked or anything. But most of the time, the tiles are okay. When we go to bathrooms, the tiles are fine.
So therefore, you don't need to hack the
That's the thing. You do not have to replace your tiles. The tiles are fine. The problem here is between your tiles. These are your tile joints. These are the tile joints. These tile joints, we have cement grouting here. When your house was first built, when the tiles are first placed on the tile screening, what happened is there's of course you put on top of the cement, and they will put a grouting cement between your tiles. This grouting cement, the function is to prevent water from going in between your tiles. That's the function. But after wear and tear, for 2-3 years you've been using the bathroom, or you're moving to a new home which has been used for 5-10 years, there's always going to be a problem between the tiles. this tile grouting will go missing after quite some time. It will go missing. It will here and there. You mostly get that kind of problem. That's where the water goes in. You have to check between the tiles. That's the first point. Check between the tiles. Most of the time there will be missing grouting. And the second part is, before we go to the most of the problem, the second part is the 90-degree section where the tile joint meets the wall. There will be 90 degree. At those edges there, you might be missing out that those are part of the problem as well. Right? You got that, number 2. And the third one would be the floor trap. What is the floor trap? We don't have a floor trap here. The floor trap is where water goes into the drain. The holes where you put, you have a trap of it to not let hair or dust go in the drain. That's the floor trap. Between the floor traps where your tiles is jointed to the floor traps, that you have to check those joints, and inside of the floor trap, under the tiles that jointed with
It's not connected.
because once I've seen that it's not connected, it's already loose. After some time, you just can pull it out, and you can see that when water goes in, it's not going into the drain. It's going around the drain. That's where leaks happen from the bottom floor. All right. And most of the problem is those 3 lah. I think you got that. You go.
So my advice to any homeowner: look, if you are having your bathroom, balcony, whatever, any tiled area that you're having it's new or repaired or hacked away, make sure the contractor is using correct cement grouting. Most will go to the hardware store and buy normal, ordinary Portland cement. It's a global name for cement, ordinary Portland cement, OPC. They will take that and mix it with the latex and then just use that, because it's grey colour, in between. The latex has a lifespan of 6 months to 1 year before it breaks down. So then when you're Monday and then you're cleaning, this will come out because this latex is hubbis and the cement reverts back to a powder. And as I've shown you end up seeing grey marks around the edges of the tiles, which is called picture framing. And that's because it's just used ordinary cement. Go to a proper hardware store like one of the big chain ones and buy proper wet area tile grouting. And look, it's cheap. I mean, 3.5 kilograms is like 12 ringgit.
I see.
It's nothing. I mean, the Derek and this one here is going to cost 10. It is going to last you 10 years more. This normal grey cement that you see everywhere is not going to last.
I see.
I mean, you can see it outside here now. We're looking out the window.
If you look hard enough all around, you'll see you'll notice this grouting cement, and they go missing quite easily because they're not very good.
Next time you're at a shopping mall or just anywhere, walking outside where there's a tiled area, once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know, it's absolutely everywhere. And because it's 50 ringgit for a big bag of cement, so it's cheap, but it doesn't last, unfortunately. If you're getting your home done, especially, and you're spending a lot of money on your house, you want it to last a good 10 years. So go to a good hardware store and buy proper bathroom cement grouting. Double check your contractor, make sure he's doing it correctly.
I think Aurelia knows what's the better method here. Let's pass this to Aurelia.
No, we've talked about from construction and then homeowners with leaking issues. 3 things that Izzat has pointed out: tile joints, the 90-degree, what do you call that?
The wall.
The wall, and the floor trap. 3 things only. No hacking of tiles. Please listen to this. No hacking of tiles. It's a major headache if you agree with the contractor to hack your tiles. Please don't do that. Unless there's cracks on the tiles. Everywhere cracks, then maybe you need to hack the tiles. Be creative and make it nicer. What we're trying to say here is that you can, even you as a homeowner, you can do it yourself without hiring a contractor. You can DIY, less than 3 hours, all done. No hacking of tiles. All you have to do is just repair the grouting, the 90-degree angle, and check your floor trap.
Just lift the floor trap cover up and make sure, Just lift the floor trap cover up like that and just make sure that there's no separation between the PVC pipe and the cement that it's encased in. If there's a small gap around the PVC pipe, then you need to fill that up. Water will go through that. I mean, plastic doesn't stick to concrete for starters. It's not rocket science. It's really three things to look at, and once you've identified all three, it's
very simple, right? So don't overthink it and do not scratch your head and how am I going to fix this issue? It's very simple. Just three things you need to check, and you can repair your own bathroom leaking in less than 3 hours. That's super, right? That's fantastic. With the technology that we have now, you can do it yourself. Why hire a contractor? You don't need to move out from your house for 3-4 days. No need. Cut all the crap. And my next question is, how do you pick which waterproofing product is good for your bathroom, quality-wise, and won't harm you?
read the label. But there's a lot of products that we see online today, and there's all these videos where you just spray something on and it miraculously works. Look, you really need to read the label on these sorts of things. The ones that you can buy on these chain stores that are throughout Malaysia now, these things they're highly carcinogenic. If you're taking a spray on waterproofing, there's no shine, no gloss, and you're spraying it in your bathroom, it's not good for you at all. It clearly says on it that this stuff will give you cancer. It'll give you cancer. It's carcinogenic, and it really is clearly it says on the back of the tin. Just do your. It's up to the homeowner what they want to do. Obviously, we've got a fantastic eco-friendly, sustainably made water-based product that's no smell, no noise. It does the job, But we can't say. Just my advice to any homeowner would be to do your research and carefully read it.
You don't want to mess with products that are dangerous. That's why what Hayden said, please read the label first. As we at EP Asia, we are advocate for sustainability, produce products, eco-friendly products which doesn't harm the environment, and it's not just the environment, for our own health. I think we are ready. Sure. Okay. Thank you, Aurelia. All right. What I have here is the solution to what we have talked about today. We have talked about the problems of leaking bathroom all across Malaysia, which happens to almost every house, which going to happen in almost every house as well, whether it's 5 years, 10 years down the road. Well, you're going to have missing groutings on your tiles. You want to do that, and you want to do that eco-friendly. You want to do that without hacking your tiles, without having to move out of your homes, leave it for 2 to 3 days before a contractor to come in and do the job for you. Just do it yourself. Within 3 hours, you get it done. With this, it's called Fix It Right solution. You know that it's going to be Fix It Right because this is the best method that you can use. Fix it right now. I'm going to slide this up. I'm going to slide this up a bit, and you can see. All right, that's better. Okay. Right. This is the box kit of Fix It Right solution. Inside here, you have everything that you need to fix your leaking bathroom, to fix the grouting of the tiles. Because not only you'll be replacing the missing grouting with these 2 bags of cement here, and this is the proper grouting cement. This is not the ones, the cheap ones. This is a high quality grouting cement. And we have here the waterproofing solution. All right. So
You don't need to mix it.
this is water-based, eco-friendly, sustainably produced. So you don't have to mix it with anything except when you're doing the cement. Okay, the paste for the cement grouting, you add a bit of the waterproofing solution, the Fix It Right solution, into the cement, mix it well until it's smooth. Then you just add it to the missing grouting. Just force it down. How? We have here the grouting tool. This is the mixing tool as well, and also the grouting tool. Use the paste of the cement and just force it between the tiles. It's easy enough. Let it dry. Then only you pour the Fix It Right solution. Just pour it down like this. You don't even have to press it. Just pour it down. And you can pour it down to even the remaining grouting, the rest of the grouting as well. So you do it for the rest of the tiles. Your bathroom will then be waterproof, done in 3 hours. Let it dry for at least 24 hours. Tomorrow, you can use the bathroom like before.
If you've just moved into a condominium and you're worried about your cement coming out later on or bacteria and cleaning, you can use this on your new bathroom and to stop prevent leaking in the future and make cleaning and no fungus growing, because fungus can't grow when it's in a dry environment. So your cleaning is easier, no mould on the grout line, whether repairing a bathroom or a brand new, you just moved into place. And I'm sorry to say, but it's not expensive.
We'll put a link on the product, down below, so you can get it there.
Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for your
Bye-bye.
time.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.